it's Whiskey Week again. And this month's offering is from the Whisky Club, is the Tomatin limited edition release. This is the first whiskey ever matured in Spanish Verdejo French oak casks. History in the making. Verdejo is a variety of wine grape that has grown in the Rudela region of Spain. The grape was originally from North Africa and in the 11th century made its way to Rudela, possibly by the Mozarabs. The grape was originally used to make a strongly oxidized sherry-like wine until the 1970s when wine company Marquis de Riscal developed a fresher style of wine. Verdejo grapes are harvested at night. The grapes are placed in the cellar at the lower nighttime temperature, which means less oxidization and allows for an aromatic, soft, full-bodied wine. Now, the Tomatin distillery can be found in the highland village of Tomatin. Whiskey has been distilled at that site since the 16th century, but the distillery was not actually established until 1897, and it was originally called the Tomatin Spey Distillery. It's changed hands a few times over the years until it was bought by Takara's Shuzo in 1986 and renamed the Tomatin Distillery Company. It originally operated with just 2 stills until 1958, when it added more stills to ramp up production, and at one point in 1987, it was the largest malt distillery in Scotland, producing 12.5 million litres a year. However, in the 90s, it began dismantling stills, and its capacity now stands at about 5 million, but as of 2007, it is only producing 2.5 million litres a year. Tomatin typically produces blended whiskies. It has its own blended brands, Entuari and Talisman, but has recently made efforts to bolster its single malt production and reputation. I believe it has a 10-year, a 12-year, a 30-year, and a 40-year. This one, the Verdejo Hogsheads, is an 11-year-old, so let's give it a go. Ooh, I like the bottle. Very nice. There we go.
Hell yeah.
All right. Okay, so we have a slightly ruby red colour. Which kind of reminds me of ruby reddish colour. I'll just move that out of the way. Okay, so we have a very fresh citrusy type smell, like a crisp apple or pear, with a hint of berry fruit. I don't know if it's because of the colour, but I'm thinking maybe a strawberry sort of mixed in there with it. Give it a bit of a swirl, release some more of that aroma. I think maybe a hint of lime as well. It's hard to distinguish the citrusy sort of smells, but there's like different notes. So, like I said, a bit of apple or pear, something like that. The berry, strawberry, and maybe a tartness of a lime. Okay, taste. Okay, so for an 11-year-old whiskey, that is actually pretty smooth. Um, the citrusy fruit tastes are definitely there. Um, less of the berry taste though, but the smell of berry is definitely there. And an aftertaste of spiced oak. Yeah. Hmm. So a pretty damn good job. I think Mel's going to like this one. There's no hint of peat. Um, it's sweet. Hmm. All right. So the Tomatin Limited is going to the Verdejo Cask maturation. Okay. So now I believe I might be getting my prize I won possibly next week. There is a parcel on its way. I strongly suspect is it. So hopefully next week we will be tasting the 30-year-old blend Bidic. So really looking forward to that. I'm really hoping it is on its way. And so in the meantime, Santé.